All right, recent changes in leadership for the Washington Nationals. Many fans have been questioning what the Nats' future will look like after Nationals GM Mike Rizzo and manager Davey Martinez were both fired Sunday following another defeat on the diamond. Interim general manager Mike Debartolo made his first comments about his vision for the future last night. We've got sports analyst Zach Parnes with us now. Zach, good to see you. What'd he say?
Oh, man, a whole lot, Marina. And honestly, most of it was about analytics-driven baseball. This is Mike Debartolo's bread and butter. He was brought into the Nationals as an intern all the way back in 2012, and since then has been carefully chipping away at the analytics side of the plate for the Nationals thus far. And that's led him to propose some very interesting trades, including one that was fixture a few years ago. Nats fans have to remember this: Juan Soto getting dealt to the San Diego Padres in exchange for a slew of prospects. Some of those prospects have turned into the Nationals' current stars, including guys like Mackenzie Gore. So these are the kinds of things that Debartolo is looking to ride as he potentially takes this team into the next era of winning baseball and hopefully turn them back into a competitive franchise yet again.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's talk about a competitive franchise. 2019 here for the World Series. Davey was the one that got us there. I remember Baby Shark. Dusty couldn't do it. Davey did it. I mean, where's the loyalty? What are fans saying?
Fans are definitely up in arms a little bit about Davey and Mike. I think I was taking a look at the Nationals Reddit a couple hours before this just to see what fans were actually feeling online, and it seems like there's a bit of back and forth. I think the fans are generally of the opinion that Davey kind of had a great idea with all those veterans in 2019 who just refused to back down. Now, with all these younger guys, it becomes kind of a different operation. So that's why, there's been talk about a lot of other managers potentially coming in. Maybe the likes of Buck Showalter has been a name that's been thrown around a lot right now across major media outlets. But I would say right now the Nats have to go with what they have in this next group, especially with Debartolo now getting ready for the draft a few days from now. They can start to expect some of that loyalty in terms of players that will hopefully be around for years and years to come.
All right, let's talk about the draft, because I think where I look at the Commanders, not to shift topics here or sports, but when you're pretty much bottom barrel, which they are right now in the NL East, you got to go look for future talent, for someone that you can groom and make and be that, career franchise player. What are they going to do with that first pick?
That is the million-dollar question, Marina, and I think you're 100% right. When you have a first pick opportunity, you got to get it right. You got to get yourself out of the bottom of the barrel. There are two guys that stick out to me in particular. Cade Anderson is one. The LSU lefty just has some unbelievably nasty stuff. He would be a key part of the Nationals rotation for years to come. The other guy I'm looking at is a name that may be familiar to a lot of baseball fans, and that's Ethan Holliday, son of Matt Holliday, and also the brother of former #1 overall pick for the Baltimore Orioles, Jackson Holliday. There are a lot of scouts that say that Ethan is even better than Jackson. I don't even know how that can be possible when the kid went #1 overall back in 2022. But the talk is on Ethan is that his frame is bigger. He's a bit more of a power hitter and should be able to hit the long ball out of Nats Park for many years to come. I personally think Cade Anderson is the play, but also think that Holliday would be a great move here. But it's likely one of those first two guys in a few days.
All right. Any big other shifts that you predict here for the Nats, or do you think that's it? Once we get to the draft, hopefully we can get a better season.
Well, I kind of think the All-Star break is going to be the ultimate, hey, let's settle in, see what's happening kind of thing for this team, right? They're 9-23 since June 1st. That's the worst mark in Major League Baseball. They have the second worst record in the majors since 2020. So if we can just build upon those things and maybe level this team back to average, I think we're going to start to see more free agents that are interested in coming into this squad over the next 2 to 3 seasons. And that's what will really make the Nats a perennial World Series contender again.
Okay, we can only hope. I think there's nothing that a passionate Nats fan hates to hear more than this is a rebuilding year, but I think that's where we're at right now for the Nationals.
Unfortunately, yes. And I feel like they've been hearing that for the majority of their lifetimes, especially if they're younger fans. Hang in there. There's good things coming. Mackenzie Gore's an all-star, people. We got to rock with that right now.
All right, let's see what comes out of that draft. Good to see you, Zach. Thank you.